A warning to all about to listen to this podcast. The following audio may contain spoilers, inappropriate language for younger viewers, and those who are easily offended, and above all, bad opinions. You have been warned, but for now, let's get on with the show. We are now all recording. I hope we are all now recording anyway.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay,
Maybe.
good.
Yes.
What? No. What? Hello and welcome one and all to the Anime Bro podcast, the place to be for all of your anime recommendations and reviews, but just bear in mind your favourite anime might become a little bit shittier. Joining me on the show this week and making his return for the first time in a long time, it's Ego!
Hey guys.
The man I can never seem to get rid of, he's always fucking here, it's Iru!
That's me.
Yes it is. I'm making her debut on the I'm making her debut on the podcast, we have Valk.
Hi.
How enthusiastic.
I don't want to be here, I got talked into this.
I'm getting paid
how.
to be here. I'm just.
Fuck!
Wait, you're not getting paid.
No, I'm not.
That implies we have money to give away.
All the channel funds.
Channel funds. I can tell you for a start right now, it's only my mum and Bleock's mum that are watching this shit, and they haven't got any fucking money.
Didn't your aunt also watch this show once?
No, she watched Wrestling Rants back when everything was the Something Review,
Oh.
and she couldn't understand the fucking words we were saying.
I've sort of not watched a single episode of anime abroad, not gonna lie.
Me neither, and I'm in it.
That's pretty bad.
So, of all the views from our videos been coming from parents and me and Ty.
Yeah, I think I've watched it
Yeah.
a
Looks
couple
like
times,
it.
so I know I'm at least one or two.
Oh, okay then. Well, anyway, Valk, it's your first time on the podcast, so here's your induction questions. Number 1, who is your husbando? Number 2, what is your fetish?
Let her answer the questions before you can say the next one.
Number 3, how much of a faggot is Ego? Please feel free to answer these questions in any order.
By the way, there is no wrong answer to number 3.
I don't know. Ego's pretty cool.
That was
Okay,
wrong.
that was a wrong answer.
No. Oh.
Well, he said it himself, so I mean, what are you gonna do?
And that's only because I'm schizophrenic.
I don't even think I have an anime husband. My life is
Who's
lacking
Who's your
something.
real life was Mando?
I'm curious just to know what Ego's husbando is now that he's mentioned it.
Hey, who's your husband?
I don't know. Anderson Cooper, maybe?
Oh, I know who that guy is.
Wow, going for the 3D PD, huh?
You
All
watched
right.
the news?
Yeah, it's we were getting drunk at my friend's house one night, and he's got all the American news channels on Virgin Media or whatever the fucking cable service he's got, and yeah, fucking Anderson Cooper was on, and he was in a house that had a tunnel going from Mexico over the border, under the border, and then through to America. And yeah, he'd done the entire journey, and he was talking about how bad Mexicans are, and I thought, I like this guy.
Oh,
Not
Dave.
against Mexicans, I just have a problem with Bleock.
Yeah,
But
and
he's
he's the Mexicanist.
what? Did we all forget that I'm half Hispanic?
Yes.
Wait, whoa, you've never told us that.
Yes, I have. I think I pointed it
Oh,
out
you
before.
haven't.
Well, yeah, now you know. So I hereby am now fired. So goodbye, everybody.
Go
Just outed
do
myself.
something fitting of your race.
Iru, what have you been watching this week? Or what are you going to pretend you've been watching this week?
Dead silence.
Let me just Google some
I like
names
He
that
here.
actually left.
Hello, Iru.
What's up?
We don't actually hate Mexicans.
I wouldn't actually quit.
I
We
just
don't
asked
know
you a
you.
question and you completely ignored me.
No, I thought you were asking fucking Ravi because you said pretend
I
to
said
be watching.
Iru!
I
Have you
could have
actually been
sworn
watching something?
you was
No,
talking to
no,
Ego
he said
because you
you're
said pretend to be
pretty
watching.
clearly.
You know damn well I've been watching shit, so I don't need to pretend.
Oh, go on then. What have you
Oh.
been watching this week? I know what you've been watching, but tell us anyway.
This week I just started up a show from last season. It's called Campione. Pretty fun.
Oh, Campione!
Dave
It's a fucking
knows
hell
somebody
of
to
an
talk to it
anime.
about,
It's
so-
great.
Just heard
Well, I
about it.
literally
really
know
is.
nothing about this show.
It's a
So
really
explain
shit
it.
harem, therefore it's amazing. It's really good.
You know, it really isn't like top tier or anything. It is just
No, it's
entertaining.
fucking terrible.
It's wait, oh no,
It's really bad.
There were a few jokes that I saw that really made me laugh, though. I forgot what the one was in this last episode, but I was
That's
just
good to know.
that's one thing I do like about the show is it's pretty comedic.
That's just about all it's got going for it. I remember the last time I watched Campione because I'm that kind of guy who'd watch it twice just because I was drunk. So me and my cousin got really drunk and we were watching it for the second time. And we watched the entire thing. By the 12th episode, we were fucking hammered. We were just sat there on the couch watching this, like going, "Summon the boar! Summon the boar!" And then he summoned the boar and threw the boar, and we were like, "Ah!" It was like being at a football match. It was fucking great. Boar, 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 boar.
I'm sorry. Do you mean soccer?
No, I meant football. If I want to talk about hand egg, I will talk about hand egg. I will refer to it as hand egg.
I'm okay with this being an American.
Yeah, Campione. It's shite, but it's pretty great. And I think I learned a lot about ancient European and African
Mythology.
Mythology. That's the word. Yeah.
Did you forget the word
words.
mythology?
I don't know my words.
Didn't your people invent this language?
My people. I'm Welsh.
Oh
What
man!
the hell?
I'm glad we don't
I've been
speak
impressed by
Welsh.
those bastards for years. No.
Join the club.
Well, if you'd have paid your fucking tea taxes like you were supposed to, you wouldn't have had to suffer so much.
I'm not talking about the Americans, you fucking faggot.
Who
I'm
are you
talking about the Indians.
Oh. Well, don't I just feel awful?
No, we drank our tea, just like our British commanders ordered us to.
Indeed you did. And we were very happy with you. That's why we gave you independence. Much like the Canadians. How does Canada like their tea? I'm curious.
I don't know how Canada likes it, but I don't put anything in mine. I don't like milk and sugar in my tea.
That's
What?
because you don't like milk. Like a fucking pleb.
You don't have milk and sugar in your tea?
I don't personally like I know my mother does, and I'm pretty sure my grandparents did, and they were actually British. So
Very good.
Wait, your
Very
grandparents are British?
yeah, my dad's side.
Holy shit.
My dad's from England.
Wait,
I sense some tension in
Leave.
here.
I don't want any British people in here.
Good. Oh,
Some racism going on.
well, good job, I'm Welsh, and I consider myself independent. Alright, so anyway, Campione, what did you like, what didn't you like? Don't say fan service, because I will kick you off the show.
Fan service.
No, you won't.
Yeah,
I
no, you
know,
won't.
I'm
You
too
didn't kick
weak.
me
I
off the
thought
show
it
for
was
being
great.
Mexican. You won't kick me off the show for saying fan service.
Whoa,
If you
let's
kick
not lay it
Ty
on.
off the show,
Let's
we'll
not
have
make this
literally
Gaucho
no
look
people.
actually racist.
We'll have no people that actually watch anime.
Well, Campione. Campione, right? Campione? I don't remember. Anyways,
Campione.
see, that's how half-assed the show is so far. Like, I don't necessarily care to remember how the pronunciation goes. But Dave, I liked the character design.
You sneaky bastard.
That's a really good way of
Alright.
putting it.
It is.
The art style is very...
Yes, the plot. There we go. The plot. It's all
The
about the
plot was
plot.
great.
The animation's pretty good. It's the one thing that really surprised me was I thought his ability kind of really reminded me of Unlimited Blade Works.
Yeah, it did me as well, even though I haven't seen it.
Campione. What the hell are
That's
you
just
talking
because
about?
you think only
No,
about...
Fate. No, I'm talking about Fate Stay Night. I know Unlimited Blade Works was a movie based off of Fate Stay Night, but I haven't seen it yet. Fate Stay Night was awful.
But Unlimited Blade Works is
Fate Zero
also
the
the
best,
name
10
of
out of
his
10.
ability.
Shit out of zero.
Oh yes, Noble Phantasm.
I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you talking about? I'm not talking about a movie.
There is a movie called Unlimited Blade
Oh, yes,
Works. though.
I know that, but that's why I was like, I'm not referring to the movie. Anyways. So, yeah, no, I was talking about his ability, Unlimited, the Noble Phantasm, yeah.
Oh, that ability is so fucking stupid. It's brilliant.
Well,
I'm gonna have to try and describe this because it's just really fucking funny and stupid. Okay, so he's got this massive sword, right? And that's not a euphemism. And it does more damage to his opponent based off what information he has about his opponent. But he doesn't really know a lot about his opponents, and all of his harem know a lot about his opponents. So in order to transfer all of this knowledge very quickly, they have to do it by kissing.
specifically
And,
French kissing.
But specifically French kissing, and I'm pretty fucking certain at some point there was sex involved.
Okay, so what you're telling me is this show is an excuse to show sex.
It didn't show it. It implied it.
Imply sex, then.
It very heavily moaning implied sex was happening, and it was cringeworthy and hysterical.
That's my favorite kind of sex.
I can't spoil the last episode. I really wish you'd seen it because I don't think I'd recommend this to fucking anyone. But the ending's really funny. I'll just say it takes all of the girls' combined knowledge to kill the opponents. It's fucking brilliant.
I think at that point you might as well just tell us what happens.
Well, I think it's...
I've implied it. You can probably take a damn good guess as to how it happened.
Implied sex.
Implied sex.
No, heavily implied sex.
BBW sex.
Where the fuck did that come from?
He said heavily implied.
That's the joke.
Oh, that's gonna be... I don't even know.
Go ahead, Iru.
Fucking, I'm so lost right now.
We just need somebody to start talking about Squid Girl, and you've lost me for the next 40 minutes.
I watched an episode of Squid Girl. It was hilarious because she thinks she's taking over the world.
Oh man, I wish I bought that when I had the chance. I thought I did, but then Amazon messaged me like, "We've run out of stock," and I was like, "No!" So I went and spent the money on booze instead. Yeah. Do you remember the podcast where we first mentioned Squid Girl?
Yeah, I remember. Well, like, and I remember asking you if you had gotten it yet, and then I just never heard about it.
I think it was when Nate was doing Nate's rates, and I had to look on Amazon, and it was like £11 for the Blu-ray for the DVD. So I thought, I'm fucking having that, and I ordered it, and then like 2 weeks later, I'm like, I swear I spent money on Amazon. Where is my Chinese cartoons? And yeah, lo and behold, I actually checked my emails. It was like there was like 5 from Amazon. It was just like, we've noticed you're looking at this DVD. Would you like these DVDs? Which included Infinite Stratos and some other weird and wonderful fan servicey shows. And it was like order confirmation, order confirmed, order dispatched, and then order cancelled. And then I think there was a 6th one that said something like, we've run out of stock. We're sorry about that. And I'm like, how did you fucking dispatch it then? did somebody else who's like, that fucker got the last copy? And then like he emailed Amazon and said, I will give you £20 for this. And then, yeah, I'm still disappointed I didn't get it because I still haven't seen it.
You should watch the first episode, at least.
I probably shouldn't. I'm going to, but I probably shouldn't.
Sounds right up your alley.
It's not. That plot on paper just looks like... It's like Strike the Blood. If I'd have read the plot behind Strike the Blood, I wouldn't have went anywhere near it, but I did. I'll explain that in a minute. Anyway, Iru, please, we were talking about Campione. Let's get back onto that.
I don't know if there's really much else to be said.
Yeah, heavily implied sex, beautiful tongue animation, great character design. The guy's got a giant board that he can throw. That's quite impressive.
Is that a euphemism?
No. I don't know. Could be. Wait, no. If I'm not mistaken, he did actually use one of his powers while the heavily implied sex was happening.
I must not have gotten that far then.
How many episodes are you in?
I think I just watched 6 or 7. He just got done fighting Vauban, the werewolf.
Oh, that dick. Yeah, I remember that guy.
Yes, I remember his
It's probably going to happen. It's probably going to happen in the next 3 episodes anyway.
Yeah.
I don't think I could spoil it for you because I could tell you exactly what happens, like note for note, perfect, and you would still probably laugh your bollocks off with no or lots of information on it. It's really stupidly funny. I don't know how many times I can say it's stupidly funny. It really, really, really is stupidly funny.
I've noticed that a few times throughout the show. I've just caught myself laughing at stupid shit, and it's just like, oh god, that really shouldn't be as funny as it was, but somehow that situation, whatever was just said, yeah, it was actually pretty damn funny. So
that's how I feel when I watch King of the Hill.
Oh god.
King of the Hill, best name ever.
So your standards get lowered so much during the process of watching it that suddenly something seems funny when you realize it's not.
At one point I was laughing at a joke about, John Redcorn fucking Dale's wife. And I was like, wait, this isn't funny. But I like it because it's a Native American.
Iru, have you watched it dubbed or subbed?
Sub, of course.
Yeah,
here we
I
go.
could have guessed as much. The dubcast was actually pretty good for it. I know Brittany Karbowski was Athena, and Monica Royale played Erica, and she played Hoki in Infinite Stratos. Hoki is shit, but she's a great voice actor.
Ooh, I will say,
the dub cast was pretty good.
Laura Miscro.
You're right about Athena's
one
older
thing
version.
I didn't. Oh yeah. I was just about to say. By the way, this show does include Athena, the goddess, as a lolly.
Oh God, what?
Make of that as you will.
My classics degree is crying.
Well, if it makes you feel
she's a
better,
side
she
wheel
does.
now, it's great.
Her lolly form is kind of an incomplete form, so when she's complete, she
Well,
turns
she's
back into...
incomplete. She's 12 years old.
Wait, but what do you mean by incomplete? Like,
She's
like
probably
lacking-
less than 12 years old.
Well,
You don't want that question answered. You really don't.
yeah, not really.
she has not had a menstrual cycle yet? Or...
Oh, fucking hell. Let's go through the bullshit and get straight to the point. Wow. Alright, Iru, give it the 3 R's and then I will.
Well, like I said, I haven't seen all of it, so still rate it probably about a 6 so far. Even for a halfway decent show, that's still kind of high, I suppose. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good score. It's above average, isn't it?
I'm just watching it because, like I said, it's entertaining. Oh, excuse me.
He's watching it for the fan service.
Stretch. I know that's probably gonna sound retarded as hell on the recording, but anyways.
I got the feeling that Liliana just walked on screen or something like that.
No, you'd hear it if it was
Reaction.
playing in the background. And actually, there was a scene with Liliana. It was right after that Vauban fight where
when he's in the hospital.
No. This is literally right after, and they're all sitting outside, and Erica grabs or starts faking that like she's hurt or something, and grabs Godo and starts making out with him. And then fucking Liliana gets all embarrassed because she wants to get in on that. Anyways,
Interesting.
3 hours. Let's
fucking
see, I
great.
did rate, recommend, probably not, and rewatch.
Maybe
if
for
I'm
the
really
fan service.
bored, and if I'm really bored and I've like stranded on a desert island with nothing else to watch and a DVD player, I guess I'll watch it again.
So
So
no.
probably not.
Yeah, I'd say that's a fair summation.
I think probably my highlights of the show, apart from him whenever he summoned the ball while I was drunk, because that was always great, was when little girl Athena shows up at Godo's house, and she just shows up and like she can barely say anything, and she just like kind of cuddles over saying, "I really want to see Kunagi," or Kusanagi, like kills over holding the pillow, and then Godo's sister was just stood there in the living room, and she just screams at the top of her voice, "What did my brother do to this little girl?" And it was just fantastic. 3 R's, 5 out of 10. Recommend it, absolutely. It's fucking funny. No, not really. Don't watch it. It's terrible. If you like really funny fan service, go for it. That's your kind of show. Rewatch it, yes. I am probably gonna rewatch this when I'm drunk sometime in the future. I might even watch it tonight now that you've mentioned it. So thanks for that.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I wish I could give you the part of your life back. I mean, you've already watched it a couple
The part of
times,
your
so-
You know what,
life you
I
are
would-
going to waste on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was it like? 20 minutes an episode, 12 episodes? Somebody do math for me. I'm
Well, that's
terrible.
pretty short.
24 minutes an episode, 12 episodes. Yeah, it's a small
I tend to
series.
like
It's
12
okay.
episode series. It's part of the reason why I really, really like Angel Beats. Just I like.
Beats is great.
Yeah,
Angel
it's one of my
Beats is
favorites.
great, but it should have
But
been
it's so
longer.
Yes, I kind of
What?
feel the same way.
I just wanted to see that reaction.
Hold the phone. What did you just say?
Like
I
Angel
wanted
Beats
to
is
say
probably
your
like top
taste is
3.
shit.
I really like Angel Beats.
I love Angel Beats. Should we talk about Angel
We
Beats?
can talk about
No.
Angel Beats. Why don't you
No,
like Angel
let's
Beats? Let's
not.
talk about that.
No, I love Angel Beats.
Fuck yourself.
He just does this to upset me.
Exactly.
Isn't there supposed to be some kind of like season 2 or follow-up type thing?
There is. Hang on a minute. Ravi, say something about Fate Zero.
Okay, it's shit.
Ah!
Summon the board, Dave. Summon the board.
I'm only 2 cans into my night of drinking. The night is still young. To
Remember, the proper rating for Fate Zero is shit out of 0.
No! Stop that!
I'm tempted to watch this now too because of the varied opinions
there's
of it.
only so much of my soul left
No,
that
no,
I have to
I
kill,
love
Ravi.
Fate Zero
Stop
too.
it!
But I hated the ending of it.
Oh, that sounds like me, Sword Art
that's good.
Online.
No. That's
I
okay.
hated
That's
the second
okay.
half of Sword Art
Because
Online.
the
I didn't like the
remake
ending of the
makes me
first season of Sword Art Online even.
Oh,
Like, I didn't think that was a good finale. I thought it was shit.
Did you go ahead and watch the rest of it then?
Yeah, I did.
Sword Art Online again?
Was it worth it at all?
I can always bitch about Sword Art Online now that Nate's not here.
Can we talk about how much better Log Horizon is than Sword Art Online?
I think we can do that safely now.
Let's make that a running theme. Every podcast will compare Sword Art Online to Log Horizon.
Should do an episode by episode
Well, I
comparison.
don't know anything about Log Horizon, so I'm just gonna bitch about Sword Art Online some more.
Well, that works.
Oh, you actually seen Sword Art Online?
I've seen the first half, and then I watched a couple episodes of the second half, and I wanted to cut off my penis.
Yeah,
So
the first
I stopped
half was the
watching.
best half. I actually thought the second season was kind of okay in the end. Like, by the end of it, I just kind of gotten used to it, I guess. It wasn't as good as, like...
The heavily implied incest was enough to make me leave that show.
Exactly.
I still didn't.
I forgot about that, too. No, I liked the villain.
Oh, it's okay because they're actually just cousins.
That's legal in most places. Is it legal in Japan?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's not. No. Let's actually discuss Angel Beats because there was a topic that I floated about earlier on before, and it was if there's one series you could give a reboot to and revamp it in any way, shape, or form that you wanted, what would it be? Angel Beats is like my second favorite show of all time, but I still think it could do with some kind of a reboot.
I just want more background on the characters.
Yep, it's exactly what I was going to say.
I want it to be slower. Like, the first 3 episodes got me way too much information, and I like one of the characters that you guys love so much, like the head, the president.
Yeah, I love
I
Yuri.
just could not at all get attached to her because it was like 3rd episode. I'm going to tell you about how my family gets murdered. Oh no!
I don't know. I still kind of like
that was
that.
episode 2.
Like,
episode 3 was Iwasawa's episode. She was best girl.
Okay,
Don't get
fine,
that wrong.
you.
Yeah, she was pretty cool too. I like her. You know who I didn't actually care for that much? I honestly didn't care for Angel.
Kanade
I
the
didn't
best.
see that.
And I didn't like the very end bit. I just thought it was kind of dumb.
Have you ever seen the gif of
dumb.
that at the ending when spoiler happens and then someone's just flailing their arms around wildly and the gif is entitled Otanashi plays Xbox Connect or something like that? I thought that was pretty good.
That was like legitimately like, the only part I just didn't really like. That was like the part where my friends were like, "Oh, you're gonna cry," and it was like, "No, I cried 8 other times, but that definitely didn't make me cry."
I don't know which part made me want to. I didn't actually cry. I've never cried watching anime, and I feel like I've missed out.
You should try getting really drunk.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Valk's definitely onto something on that one.
Mm-hmm.
There was episode 3 and episode 9, I think it was.
Might be 10 if it's the same thing I'm thinking of.
10.
Oh wait, are you
baseball?
thinking of? Okay, you're thinking of baseball. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
See, I didn't cry the first time I watched it, but like every time after that, now it gets to me more and more. I don't know.
I've seen it 4 times, and it gets to me more and more every time as well. Maybe if I get shit-faced tonight, it might be the night that I break. No, I've already got Campione backed up for tonight.
Tonight's the night Dave loses his crying anime virginity.
What I would say is extend Angel Beats to 24 episodes and give Girls Dead Monster 10 of them. I fucking love Girls Dead Monster. That album's really good. Keep the beats. You guys
Why don't
actually
you
heard
just
that
say they should
outside
have a
of the show?
spin-off
Yeah.
of their own?
Yeah, that would be
They do
cool.
actually have their own light novel spin-off, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't read it, but I know they've definitely got. It's called Track Zero. In fact, I've got a poster for it. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, it's a light novel. It's a light novel.
I wasted my money on this thing.
Hey, 12 quid, and I imported it from Japan. It was a damn good purchase. It goes very nicely with my Koki ass poster.
Does it tie the room together?
Several meters of blank wall, and then a trivium.
Is that the poster?
You would have a Churian poster. Holy shit!
I fucking would have a trivium poster because I'm the worst kind of faggot. Apparently. I'm sorry, I am not cavals enough for you guys.
I'll forgive you.
But yeah, Girls Dead Monster did have their own spin-off, but it wasn't actually a show. I don't think. It was either a light novel or a visual novel, and that was their spin-off. Valk, you said before how there was a possibility for season 2.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if any of you guys... Have you guys actually seen I think it's like 3 minutes? It's like a 3-minute... I think it's called... I'm just saying and acting like Tim was well, actually, I thought about this. No, it's got a title. I think it's called Epilogue or something like that. It's about 3 minutes long, I thought the 12 episodes were wrapped up quite nicely. That was enough for me. And then this little 3-minute video was dangled in front of me, and I was like, well, fuck, now there's definitely got to be a season 2. Why did you even show me this? Why was this even created? Because now I know what happened to Otanashi after the end, and now I know what his plans are, and now I want more. It's
really, because I don't think I'd want anything after what happened. I just want more of what they gave us. I don't want. I
think exactly the same, but I think Angel Beats came out in 2010 or 11, didn't it? So it was it was 3 years ago. So I think maybe the hype train, if there was a hype train for it, is gone. For it now, it has to be. But that was still dangled out there, maybe for a movie afterwards or a second season. I didn't like that. I thought that was a very, very poor move, because now there's no hype behind it to actually warrants funding for a second season or a movie, and now people who have actually seen that want more, and it's only a small minority, but the minority of people who have seen that now are really pissed off. Take me, for example.
I don't know, most people I know have seen Angel Beats really, really liked.
I've got quite a few people who hated Angel Beats, and I couldn't understand that. They don't even tell me why. They're just going, oh shit, romance is terrible.
Well, Dave, it's probably because it really was shit.
Stop it!
And the first person to actually
all the characters were
so
fucking useless. They never even got anything accomplished.
Dave, are you still alive?
No, just lamenting my crushed dreams.
I think he's ordering a ticket to America so he can come murder me.
Oh, you should come visit when you're done.
Yeah. Is that Virgin Airlines? Yeah, New York. Yeah, 5 a.m. tomorrow's fine, yeah. Yeah, I'm done with that.
Joke's on you, I'm on Boston. Or in Boston. That's a better way to put it.
I can walk to fucking Boston. I will march to Boston in my red coat to get my hands on you.
The British are coming. The British are
coming. Shall we all do the 3 R's for Angel Beats, or do we want to throw anything else on top of that little rant / Dave screaming?
On a day of shit.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, I
was my favorite character.
Really?
We just have more
but
Dave
no, that's
screaming.
because I like fucking silver-haired girls. She has some pretty eyes too.
Okay, but, I can actually understand that, because white hair is probably my fetish, but
yeah,
I didn't like
white hair is my fetish. Lara Bodovic, best girl.
I didn't like how she remained so stoic. I kind of wish she would have developed more feelings, but
yeah,
I kind of wish that about.
She didn't really have a personality, really.
But I think that was.
Neither does Ravi. Shut up!
I think she was the only character. They specifically kept her emotionless to show the depth of the human emotion from these other people. You know, what was it? Iwasawa was the guitar girl, right?
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah.
And I mean, I guess it kind of might have been hard to just suddenly have her be a really emotional human being after how she was introduced.
Yeah.
I don't think I could ever get behind a character like that, because that's probably my least favorite archetype. I don't know if it is an archetype. You know, the girls in every show who are
the
really
stoics.
Quiet, barely say anything, and that type. I can't stand that character archetype. It's just really fucking annoying. I've never liked it. So I don't know how much character growth it would take for her to actually have me like her. Even though her voice actor was great, that probably wasn't important. Even though I liked her voice actor, Emily Neves is still probably my favorite voice actress. Actress. Right, okay, yeah. As much as I like her, I couldn't stand the voice in the dub and the sub.
I watched both too.
She was just too cold, too distant.
I think Yui was probably my favorite character, and I also really like Noda, but that's just because he used a halberd, and I was a fan of that.
Oh, Noda.
Yeah, he's my favorite non-important character.
Oh, TK was the best.
He's the only non-important.
No,
TK was the pinnacle of that show. Man. If TK wasn't there,
that's what we need to do. We need to have TK get his own spin-off.
It's you. Yeah, TK should have. If this were to be rebooted, he'd need an entire 3 or 4 episodes to himself. Just him though, nobody else around. I just want to see what he gets up to when he's on his own, walking around, dancing.
I think he just walks around and dances.
Random shit in English. He's great. I don't want to. When the lights go off, I'm not really interested what he's doing after that.
Didn't they mention in the show that he's not even American or English? He's just he just does that.
No, he's Japanese, but he only speaks English.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Or something like that.
It's really weird when you watch the English, because
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
I watched
It's
that
weird.
the last time I watched it just to see what it was like, and I was like, this is awkward. Although it wasn't bad overall. There were a few things I didn't like as much, but that was it.
I don't know, do I prefer sub or dub? I'd probably say sub.
Yeah, I preferred the
Sub
sub.
was pretty good.
They changed like one line at the end part where Yui's in the room with the computers, and I didn't like it.
I don't know what line that would be.
In the Japanese version, she says something about how humans can't even wait 10 minutes, and I really, really liked that. And she said something completely different in the English version that doesn't even reference it, and I was like, oh, well, that's kind of shit.
I'll have to check that out later.
Yeah.
Right then, let's wrap this little discussion up. Let's give it the 3 R's. Valk, you brought it up. You start us off.
What's it? Right? Recommend rewatch?
Yeah.
8 out of 10, yes and yes.
Wow,
Okay.
straight to the point.
Ty, do you want to go next?
Sure. Considering mine isn't going to be very much more explanatory. 7.5, 8 out of 10 sounds about right. Yeah, it's definitely one of the better shows I watched. Tugged at my heartstrings, if you will, a little bit. Do want to rewatch it at some point. It's been a while since I've seen it, and talking about it just now, I feel kind of left out because I only know bits and pieces and only remember bits and pieces. And being such an involved show as it was, I don't come across those too much, considering like 90% of what I consume is just fucking
Fan
fluff.
service.
Yeah, fan service and fluff. So to come across, I mean, at least I admit it. That's all I gotta say. But
I want to hear you justify Seikon no Quasar. I really do.
with its acrobatic titty sucking.
Yeah. That's the part I want justified the most.
Anyways, but yeah, rewatch definitely and recommend absolutely. But it's definitely not for everybody.
I'll go next. 8.5 out of 10. It's great. Soundtrack is probably the highlight of it, I would say. I'm a huge fan of it. Animation's great. Storytelling's great. It's feelsy. It's... Somebody just pop it up for the working
I
man.
might have dropped 3 cans for the working man, but yes, I did.
Yeah, rewatch, absolutely. I tend to watch it every Christmas time anyway. Recommend? Yeah, recommend it to absolutely everyone. I can't think of anybody I wouldn't recommend it to.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, wraps up for me. Ego?
I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Probably could have worked out a little bit better if it had been slower. Recommend? Maybe. That's difficult because it's like a lot of it has to do with like general high school shit, and that genre is not for a lot of people.
Yeah, the slice of life type
I
stuff.
say that's good thinking, yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah, that's true.
rewatch? Yeah, sure.
Are you offering? Rewatch? Yeah, go on. Let's do it. Fuck it. Go on.
Maybe.
Right, who wants to go next? Does anybody want to talk about anything?
Actually, going off that like whole high school genre thing, I've been watching a lot of those for some reason.
Like free?
Mm-hmm.
No. Maybe in secret.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's actually his guilty pleasure anime. Don't be fooled, everybody.
Emphasis on
So at least now
pleasure.
that we now know who his husbando is and what his fetish is as well. Wet and Wild and High School Boys.
Ooh.
So I watched this one show a few weeks ago called My Mental Choices Are Completely Interfering with My School Romantic Comedy.
Holy
That's
shit.
quite the title. I wonder what it's
Hold
about.
on, is the Japanese-
Everybody stop. Give us the Japanese
I
title
was
of
just
that.
about to say, is that any shorter?
Ore no nonai sentakushi ga Gakumen Love Comedy o Zenryoku de Jama Shiteiru.
Wow, that was
Do it
impressive.
again. Do it again in a German accent and twice as fast.
Wait, do the Japanese name in a German accent? Or
Yes.
Ore no nonai sentakushi ga
Dave, you have some weird fucking fetishes.
Gakumen Love Comedy o Zenryoku de Jama Shiteiru.
Oh man.
That's fucking
Well, that's
beautiful.
the highlight of everything.
Yeah,
Being a lost thing, not a comedy.
So, Ravi, is it like a slice of life type thing?
no, it's
Oh.
like completely far from
I
that.
thought you were talking about slice of life things before.
No. The slice of life would be like calm and realistic. This one is not at all close. This one's like this guy gets this phone call from some guy who claims to be God, and he's like, and he tells him he has to like fulfill all these like quests, and these quests are basically just like really lewd shit, like ask her to sniff her
Before you
panties
said
or some
lewd,
shit.
that was starting to sound like a plot to a Monty Python movie.
Basically, like whenever he's walking around or like in the middle of some situation, there will be two choices that show up in the sky. One will be lewd and the other one will be super lewd.
Damned if you do, damned if
And he's like, I don't fucking want to do either of these, but he has to do one of them because his head starts fucking exploding if it doesn't.
So
That's actually
this
kind of
was
funny.
given to this guy and not Ty. Oh, God's got some bullshit to explain. Well, this sounds pretty fun. I kind of want to watch
It's actually
this.
a really fun show. It's like a complete harem show, but it's it's fun and it's like it's interesting. It's a good concept, except for the lewd parts.
Yeah.
If it was like applied to anything else, it might have been a good like solid 10 out of 10 show with good plot. This one, it's more just like how much stupid shit can we get away with it and make it look like it's plot.
AKA
Plot.
something Dave's never gonna watch because it sounds like it's gonna turn into Kill la Kill.
No,
No, I don't know anything about Kill la Kill.
it's funny. You should watch it.
I know it's made by the same people who made Gurren Lagann, and I hated Gurren Lagann, so...
Oh, you're a fucking faggot.
See, that's
Wow,
what I'm
fuck
saying.
you,
I know
Dave.
he's not gonna watch it because you said you watched the first episode and you were just like, okay, this
I
is
did,
too
yeah.
over the top for me, and I said, fuck
Yeah,
this.
way
Wait.
too over the
The
top.
first
for me.
episode of what?
Kill la Kill.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Gurren Lagann, and I was like, are you for real?
No, I finished Gurren
Okay.
Lagann. I regretted every minute of
Really?
it. I finished it.
Do you just hate fun?
Wow.
Have you met Dave?
Well, have you seen Campione before?
I haven't.
We're about to talk about Strike the Blood next. You're about to know exactly how
Oh,
much fun
no.
I like to have when nobody's around.
Dave, it's not your fight, it's our fight.
Yeah, senpai.
Senpai, it's our fight.
This is our fight.
Oh, man.
So I'm just gonna give it the 3 R's. Rate it 7 out of 10. It's actually like a lot higher than most of the shows in this genre.
Justify your bullshit.
No.
Okay.
I just told you what I think about the show. I'm not gonna say it again. Rewatch, maybe. Recommend if you're into this kind of shit. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Cool. Well, let's continue on with the lewd theme. Iru, shall we discuss Strike the Blood?
Yes, Senpai, we should, because this is our fight.
Alright, okay.
You're gonna have to explain what this is about.
Yeah.
Okay, so this show is like Fetish, the anime. It's called Strike the Blood. It's a strange one, this, because you put the synopsis down on paper, and you throw in the tags harem, ecchi, mix that all up with the word vampire, and you have a concept that offends me quite a lot. Okay, so there's this guy, he's called Akatsuki Kojo, and he's become what's called the fourth progenitor. Are they four big vampire people who've got different powers and stuff like that?
Yeah, they're more or less like, I want to say like the first in the next line of evolution, if you will, which is why the first progenitor, second progenitor, all that, and yeah, he's become the fourth progenitor, which means he's the most recent, and now all the other three are kind of out to test his mettle.
He has familiars, and none of them in the beginning obey him because he's a virgin vampire in both ways you may be thinking. So in order to awaken, it's like the end, like towards the end of like every episode, like he gets his shit pushed in by villain of the week. He passes out, and then all of the girls who were involved in that episode are like, okay, so how many pairs of tits do we have to show his familiar before it'll actually pay attention to him? Then they essentially strip down to underwear with maybe a t-shirt hanging off or a shirt unbuttoned. He drinks blood, and then he gets to summon a new familiar. And then with every familiar he gains, he also gains a new girl into his harem, because fuck it, they just show up anyway. It's
Well, I think
beyond...
I think part of the reason
Go-
is
go on.
because I don't. You kind of glossed over this. Each new girl that he drinks the blood of is a new familiar, so it's not like he can just go through one girl and have all his familiars unlocked. Each new villain he fights, he gets a new girl, drinks her blood, and then he gets a new familiar.
That doesn't explain why when he summoned the big boobed one, why he... what's her name? Brown... Sundere girl, what's her name? Big boobs, Chan.
I kind of dropped the show. I don't remember the names. I mean, it's still on my queue. I just haven't finished it. That's all. I kind of got distracted by Elder Scrolls at some point.
This show seems really familiar, but that's because I watched High School DxD.
Yeah, it kind of is a lot like DxD, actually.
Yeah, it's just
By the way,
again, it's
don't
like
watch High
Campione.
School DxD.
Unless you like
I've been
actual
told to
visible
watch High School
titties.
DxD. Oh, so it's a hentai?
No.
Or-
It's
DxD
close
was
enough.
just an uncensored issue, more or less. They were not
Oh, right.
afraid of showing stuff.
Yeah.
So that
It was glorious.
so that was a 2 a.m. show then. I really kind of hope that like Strike the Blood was in that time slot, because if any kids watch this, then wow, just wow.
Well, and then think about it though. Is some of these shonen shows, those are for kids. Those are for 14-year-old boys. So yeah, you've got fucking Himeragi running around in her skirt. Oh, fuck. And oh man, I was fucking with my computer, and that was way too perfectly timed. Anyways, so you got Himeragi running around in her skirt, trying to be this little, like you said, fetish of the week. And yeah, it's clearly aimed for children.
I love how Ty tried to justify that.
No, because I'm sitting here combing through pictures on my computer, and like I was clicking all of them, and I had like
What kind of
150 set up.
pictures?
And I clicked somewhere else and just lost all the stuff I.
This is what Ty
Excellent.
calls research. He's got a gel bureau tab open right now and going to bed. You do, don't you?
No, but I am combing through an unsorted folder, more or less. So take that as you will.
The one thing I did like about this, like normally in a harem, I hate at least one girl, but all the harems in this were pretty cool. I say there's always one girl that I always fucking hate. I don't like to name drop. Honestly, I don't.
Who is it?
But I'm looking at Hoki and Seshuin, and you both suck, and your fan bases should all kill themselves promptly. But yeah, all the girls in this were all pretty cool. Especially the little mini one that shows up towards the end. Now, that was just fucking pants on the head retarded, which you haven't got to, which I think you really should keep carrying on until she shows up,
I
because...
was just about to ask you, what is it, like 26 episodes?
24.
Yeah, oh shit, I got 4 episodes left. And yeah, I'm on like episode 20, so...
Oh, right, okay,
I
yeah,
did
not
make
too
it
long
through
to
most of
go
it.
now.
Like I said, I just got distracted. I fucking...
So now we know one thing that can distract Ty from fan service, and that's a game of some kind.
It's more fan service, actually. If you take into account that my character is female and wears kind of cleavage showing armor.
Why did I know this was coming? I thought you made a character based off of Okabe
Oh
from
no, yeah,
Steins
that's
Gate.
my secondary. That's my sorcerer.
He doesn't have tits. I don't play with him as much.
The sad thing is that's kind of true. The
I play with myself
Templar, the
more than I
female,
play
is
with
level
him.
23, and Rintaro or Kyoma's only like level 8. So stop figuring me out, Dave. You're creeping me out. I like you live here.
I'm going to give it the 3 R's. I'm going to rate it 6.5 out of 10. It's funny as all hell. It's got some brilliant fan service for those who like that kind of thing, whether it's for something to stare at, I'm looking at you, Ty, or whether it's something to laugh at. Recommend it, absolutely, but purely just for fun. If you want something super serious with a great romantic plot or mind-blowingly good action scenes, this is not for you. But if you want to have fun and don't think your parents are going to walk in on you anytime soon, then absolutely go watch it. Rewatch. I probably will when I'm drunk again, or if there's a second season. There's enough room left for a second season, and from what I understand, the manga is selling pretty well. I'm not so sure about the Blu-rays or anything like that, but it's selling pretty well. It's a pretty terrible show, but it's selling well. I could never possibly figure out why it would sell so well. But
Dave, you said the same thing about Infinite Stratus, and look what happened when you got season 2 of that.
I'm implying the same joke.
Well, I don't think anybody. Shut up.
Tits are heavily implied in this show. I'd rewatch it. I definitely would. It's good fun. It's good fun. I hope it gets dubbed. I think that'd be pretty good. That's something I could just like watch while I'm in the background while I'm doing something else. I don't think I could actually just sit down and watch it subbed again, because I'm not really learning anything new from it. It's I just have to. I've run out of things to say about this show. I'm looking at a picture of Himeraki as well. But no, it's not what you think, though. It's just a picture of her. No, it's just a picture of her face looking really serious, and it just says "Yes, Senpai" at the top. Who wants to go next?
I'll pass. I already did mine.
Give me a second. Let me fucking see what I've watched recently, and I'll find something.
There's something
to talk
else
about.
like
you
a
watched
Oh, what?
you watched Hibernate Renmei recently,
Yeah, I
didn't
did.
you? Yeah, I'm curious about that show. It's been recommended to me a lot, but I just haven't bothered getting around to it. Is it worth it?
Yeah, I would say yes. Like, I don't have a lot to say about it, like I said. but I enjoyed it. It was kind of nice to watch. Like, it wasn't super like actiony or anything. There wasn't always like a whole lot going on, but it was enjoyable.
What genre is it in?
I have no idea. Is it slice of life?
Angels,
I was gonna say it's probably slice of life, and I like that.
Well, did you say Angels then, Ravi?
Yes.
Yeah,
Angels is a genre now?
Oh, no, that's what I read the tags.
yeah, it's kind of slice of lifey. But yeah, it's really nice.
I like it rounds up.
And it wraps up kind of well too. I liked the way it ended.
If you could give it the 3 hours, I might be able to consider downloading it. I mean, purchasing the Blu-rays if you recommend it highly enough.
I don't know if I'd recommend buying it. I maybe a 6.5.
No. We recommend everybody buy all their anime because any other means of consuming it other than online streaming via Crunchyroll, Hulu Plus, or Netflix is highly illegal.
But yeah, I'd give it like a 6.5 or a 7 or so. Like, I liked it. Yeah, I'd recommend it, and I'm going to rewatch it at some point.
Cool.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Right then, so let's let me and Ty wrap this up because Log Horizon's finished now.
Sad face.
I know. That's one show that I'm really gonna fucking miss watching week to week. But there is a silver lining at the end of it. There is going to be a second season in the autumn. What did you think of it overall?
Fucking 15 out of 10. What are you talking about? It takes
the
extra 5 points that SAO lost and added it on. It's onto its own score. That's why I got the 15 out of 10. All right.
Whether this podcast makes it to YouTube or not, we got some fantastic outtake clips from recording. I'm gonna get that and just put it in a 15-minute loop and put it on YouTube and link it every day.
I would love that. Get the 10 hour. Make it a 10-hour version, actually.
They post on his Facebook wall every day.
For like the winter season of 2014, for me this was the cream of the crop. And Nate, if you're listening, fear not, I will not compare it to Sword Art Online. Already did so in a previous podcast, and I've come to the conclusion that it is in fact still a far superior show. So I don't need to compare it. Log Horizon, it's a lot of fun. It doing what Sword Art Online did, like trying to mix a lot of different things there, like mystery, action, romance, with a gaming theme in there just for good measure. And it succeeded in combining those things together. Sword Art Online done a shite job at that. It was trying to be too much. Log Horizon, you could say it was trying to be too much, but it didn't really excel in any of those different categories, but it combined them together so well that I think the show as a whole just worked.
I might have to watch this.
It's pretty damn good.
It's a lot.
Actually, I'd say
I was just about to say it is a lot like Sword Art Online, and honestly, when I first started watching it, the first few episodes were really reminiscent of Sword Art Online, and you'll get a lot of the haters actually that will point that out. But at some point, you'll notice it starts to diverge in the sense that Sword Art Online was really just flashy fun, and I feel Log Horizon kind of went more cerebral and really fleshed out the implications of what they're doing in this world and everything that's going on. You
took the words right out of my mouth. Like, one thing I've said repeatedly about Sword Art Online is I was interested in seeing what the front line was doing to try and get out of the game, but if somebody was trapped in a game, I'd want to know how different people handled it. The timid people who go and set a shop up, the low-life scumbags who'll do just about anything to try and get by and stuff like that. I was interested in seeing all sorts of different people try and cope in the game environment.
Like, you did see some things.
No, I agree it did, but I'm saying Log Horizon just done it in every aspect, but this one more particularly, it was way better than Sword Art Online.
Maybe I'll watch it for the next podcast and let you know what I think. Because I did really like Sword Art Online.
Next podcast. We're going to get canceled, folks.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I really enjoyed SAO 2 as well, I should say. When I first watched it through, I tried watching it through again recently, and I don't know what it was. I couldn't finish it. I probably should at some point. But
you probably should.
That's exactly what I was saying to Bleok. The first time I watched it, in fact, Ravi can attest to this because as soon as I first finished watching Sword Art Online, I was like right to Ravi going, "Oh, you should totally watch this, and we should totally podcast about it." And then I think maybe half a year down the line, I watched it again with my cousin, and
the luster wore off.
It was just, and things stopped making sense in it, and I started to notice all the bullshit. And
now that I think about it, I realized something
show.
that may have better for us when we first watched it is we were watching it while it was airing, so we had it stretched out for us forcefully. Now,
no, I didn't. I watched it after it finished there, and about 2 weeks after it finished there, and I bought the downloaded the. I watched it in some way that isn't totally illegal. I swear to God.
Well,
I swear
well
on me.
For me at least, then, because I don't like. I caught Attack on Titan rather early. I think Sword Art Online made it to about 5 or 6 before I picked it up. Having to watch it week to week, I feel like probably made it flesh out the story more, or stretch out, I should say.
You can't compare it to Attack on Titan in terms of watching it week to week, because Attack on Titan was cliffhanger the fucking anime.
Okay, that's what I'm saying though. You didn't have the feeling that I did having to wait another week for the episode. Sword Art Online did have that sort of cliffhanger feel, because like, fuck, Kirito, fucking make it to the top 4, you piece of shit. You know, put it in Asuna already, or some shit like that. It's just, it's not the same having it all 25 episodes back to back. So I think that's one of the reasons why I thought it was better the first time around, because, yeah, like I said, watching it all in a row, it's just...
I can't watch anything week to week like that. Like, there has not been, like, a single anime series of any kind that I haven't just kind of watched all in one go. Because if I have to wait, like, 1 week between episodes, I will forget that the anime exists and just stop watching.
If you're watching a poor show, that'd be more the case. But when you're watching good shows week to week, it's
and that's...
I don't have the patience for it. I don't want to wait a week between episodes.
Yeah,
it's just so dumb.
I hate waiting so much.
Strike the Blood and Tokyo Ravens were the last 2 things I finished from. I didn't watch anything in. Yeah. So from winter 20, the arse end of. Was it autumn last year? Log Horizon and Strike the Blood came out, or was it winter?
Winter, I believe.
Yeah, like those were the last 2 shows I watched week to week. I think Strike the Blood and Tokyo Ravens, it was really easy for me to forget those shows existed. And then 2 weeks later, it's like, oh, I've got 3 episodes to catch up on. But something like Log Horizon and like Titan and stuff like that, they were great to watch week to week because of the cliffhangers, but they were also awful because of that, because waiting for the next week is just fucking terrible. Yeah. And you can't forget it exists because of how much of an impact it's made.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
This is not going to turn into fucking King of the Hill. Yep. You going to talk about that anime now, boys? How's that sound?
The MTV.
Propane. Anyway, with Log Horizon, it's hard to think of something I didn't like about the show. I mean, there were a few nitpicky things, like the constant pushing glasses up your face with the gleam of light flicker off them. That was annoying.
I know you didn't like Nyanta.
No, that would be the next thing to complain about Nyanta. Every time you ended a sentence with "yeah," which is and Serara as well. Oh god, she was fucking annoying. I couldn't wait for her to die, and she fucking didn't.
Wow! Ugh. Spoiler alert.
Spoilers.
Oh, no. When people die in Log Horizon, they get brought back to life.
Wow, more spoilers.
Wow.
No, it's explained.
I'm going to quit this podcast right now.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
And the last episode felt a bit rushed as well. I mean, like, we had a nice steady pace going throughout the entire show, and then of all the episodes to try and cram too much information into, you picked the last one. Seemed a tad bit silly.
Well,
it was
they're
just
building hype for the next season, is what it is. Making sure people don't forget about it.
If anything, I would have said give it one more extra episode. That way, you didn't have to cram everything into the last episode. But it was still overall, it was a nice finish and a lovely setup for season 2. And the best thing about this is we didn't have to wait a couple of months before we go, oh, by the way, we're making a second season for this. As soon as episode 24 ended, we had the ED, and then straight after it was like, so that's online, season 2, this fall, or for anywhere outside of America in autumn.
Yeah.
So at least we don't have to wait very long for it. Very excited for it to reappear.
Interesting.
You guys should totally go and watch it. I'll give it the 3 hours. I've got to say, probably 7.5 out of 10. Recommend it, absolutely. I think, again, I can't really think of anybody I wouldn't recommend it to, unless you really hate video games. Then I can't see any reason why you shouldn't go and watch it. If you've got things in your to-watch list, I'd say push this right up towards the top, because it's a brilliant opening first season. Get you ready for season 2 so you can watch that week to week. And rewatch it. I'm probably going to watch it before season 2 comes out, just as a quick refresher.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like it's alright. I'm probably going to watch it next.
Iru?
What if I think video games are the devil?
I I don't know how we met.
Oh shit! Wait. For a
It's like
brief
a couple of
second, I
seconds,
forgot
but I
how
got
we
in
met.
there.
Haven't we just known each other our entire lives?
Yeah, just like in every anime, we were all childhood friends.
Please, I didn't have a
But yeah.
childhood.
Hey, listen, we've already heard your story about your uncle. Just don't start again. Anyway, Iru, do your 3 R's in this. Let's wrap this up.
3 R's. I forgot. There's something I wanted to add on to about this. I'm trying to remember what it was. Unfortunately, boobies are distracting me.
Was it anything about Maria or Akatsuki? Akatsuki.
Oh, no.
Is it Akatsuki?
Oh, yeah, no. Well, when you said Akatsuki, I immediately went back to Strike the Blood for some reason, but no.
Oh, Akatsuki.
Yeah, and then all of a
Kojo.
sudden I'm like, wait a second, we're not talking about that shite anymore. We're talking about good shit now. I would rate it 8 out of 10, easily.
Ooh.
Recommend it. I would definitely recommend it to people. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say about this in terms of recommendations. Like Dave was saying, if you're not heavy into video games or whatever, it's not so much video games, it's if you're not heavy into MMOs, because they delve a lot more into the actual MMO side of being trapped in the game than Sword Art Online. And Sword Art Online just used it as a backdrop, where, oh yeah, you have all these players trapped in a realm, now this is how they have to get out. Log Horizon, they actually like get into like details of the world and the NPCs and buying fucking buildings and shit, and they actually interact with their world to a larger extent, I suppose.
That was a pretty interesting plot line to it.
Well, and then
about how they started interacting with the world itself, rather than just treating it as a game.
Yeah, and that's what I found more interesting, and where I was going with the cerebral aspect is Sword Art Online. They were in it and they were trying to get out of it. With Log Horizon, they're in it and they're trying to figure out how to live in it while trying to get out. It's kind of cool to see how they adapt to the changing situations, and then there's different pieces of the story that force them to rapidly change, and it's quite amazing to see Shiroi be as intelligent and as fast thinking as he is, which, yeah, I'll admit.
What did you just call him?
Shiroi. Devil in Glasses.
I thought his name was Shiro.
No, Shiroi.
No, that can't be right. Nobody called him that.
That can't be right. I'd hate
Google
the
it
show.
right now.
Who called him Shiro?
No, his first name is Shiroi.
Nobody called him that, though. They called him Shiro.
Google it right now, fucker. I'm busy with tits. No, I got Google open right now. I'm sorry. I'll Google it right now.
Thank God I've got a pair of my own to keep me entertained. Anyway, thank you very much.
Pair of
Thank
what
you very
exactly?
much. Fucking Skype me later and you'll find out, baby. You. Anyway, thank you very much for listening. If anybody did, I'm John. It's probably going to be me just listening to it over and over again, going, I'll cut that part out. I'll cut that part out. It's been fun. It's been emotional. It's been a journey. Ravi, I hereby give you your 2 weeks' notice, unless your opinions on Fate Zero and Angel Beats rapidly change next time we meet.
Well, they're not going to.
Okay, so it's spelt like that, but it's not pronounced like that.
Shiroi. Yeah, it is.
No, it's Shiro.
No, Shiroi.
Shiro-sama.
Shiroi.
No, it's not Shiro.
I swear to God, I will. Here.
I'm pretty sure I agree with Ty on this one based on how it's spelled in the language.
You haven't seen the show!
I'm going to pull up an episode right now since I was already on Crunchyroll. I'm going to find a spot where they say his name.
That's how the language works, though. They pronounce it.
I'm in my mind, I'm also convinced it's pronounced Shiro. Anyway, you've been here with me. You've been here with Ravi.
That's ego. You fucking idiot.
Sorry. You've been here with Iru.
Hey guys, see you later.
That was a bit late.
And you've been here with Valk.
I need to be paid more for this.
And we'll see you next time.
Fuck you.
Now, none of us have pressed stop now. I mean, we could probably, if you want to insult the viewers or listeners anymore, you go for it now. Here's your opportunity.
I think I might just hit stop.
Suck my dick.
Wow.
I love you, Mom.
Alright, stop it.
She's the
in
only one
3,
watching
2,
this.
1.
Wait.